So a function is a relation in which every input.
This is a listening check. Underline the word functions.
Every input x has exactly one output y. So for every input, there's exactly one output y. Okay, so is this relation a function? Okay, so remember, relation in which every input x has exactly one output y. So what we're looking for is x has only one y, which means x cannot repeat. So look at all your x's. So if I put a box around all my x's.
This is a listening check. Put a box around ordered pair. The words ordered pair.
Are they all different? Yes. So this is a function because for every x, there is exactly one y. So x cannot repeat. So this would be, yes, it is a function because for every input x, there's exactly one output y. Let's take a look at another example. So again, go ahead and look at all your x's.
This is a listening check. Color in the word yes.
Okay. Are all the x's different? No. You can see here you have a 2 and here you have a 2, so x's repeat. So that means every input x has exactly one output. In this case, for every input x, these two right here, it has two outputs. It has -4 and +4, which cannot happen. So x is repeating, so this is no. All right, let's take a look at them asking it to you in a table. It's the same exact thing because you can write these coordinates. This is x, this is y. So x and then y. And you can write it as the table. So it's the exact same question. All you're looking for is x repeating. Okay, so you look down your x. Is it repeating? Yes, I can see 3 here and 3 here. So is this a function? No. Why? Because for every one input x, there needs to be exactly one output y. But in this case, you have two outputs because you have one that's 3 and one that's 5. Okay, what about here? Look down your x. Is it repeating? Yes, at 4 and 4, right? So is this a function? No, because for every input of x, there can only be one output of y. So this one has 2. One is at 2 and another one's at -3. All right. Now, if they don't ask it to you in an ordered pair or an input-output table, they can ask to you in a coordinate plane, and all that is plotting the points. Okay, so looking at the coordinate plane, this one's actually a lot easier because you don't even have to figure out the points. What you're going to do is do the vertical line test, and what that means is that you're going to draw a vertical line, and if it goes through the graph twice, then it is not a function. So this one, no matter where I draw my vertical line, it goes through it once, so this is a function. Okay, because for every input of x, so this is your x, there's one y. For this x, there's one y. For this x, there's one y, and so forth. But what happens over here is you can see for this one input of x, when you x is whatever this number is, there's this y value, there's this y value, and there's this y value. So this is not a function. All right. The fourth way that they can show you this is by what they call a mapping diagram. You don't see this one very often, but I'll show it to you just in case. All right, again, for every one input, there's one output. So x cannot repeat. So one input, -3 goes to 0. There can't be another -3 that goes to something different. -1 goes to 4, that's fine. 2 goes to 7, 4 goes to 4, that's okay. It's okay that the same, for one input of x, 4, there is exactly one output of y. So 4 goes to 4 and -1 goes to that. That's fine because x is not repeating. So if I wrote this out in coordinate planes, if this is confusing, you'd write -3 goes to 0. So if I wrote -3 goes to 0, -1 goes to 4.
This is a listening check. Color in the word input.
4 goes to 4. Okay, and again, remember you're looking at x. Is it repeating? No, it's not repeating, so this is a function. Okay, so basically you just can't have two x's. But let's look at this example right here. says negative 4 goes to 4, negative 1 goes to 0, but negative 1 also goes to 7. So that's repeated. So let me write that out in a coordinate pair so that you can see in an ordered pair. Negative 4 goes to 4.
This is a listening check. Color in the oval with negative 4, negative 1, negative 2, and 1.
Goes to 0, but it also goes to 7. And you can see my x value is repeated. So no, this is not a function.